Every man dies in the same manner. One man can only be distinguished from another by the specifics of how he lived and died. When I discovered the boat, I thought of this quote: "I'm going to try to survive for 100 days on a deserted survival island. I am the starting point of our adventure along with genius, coffee fuel, and an empty inventory." In this video, we will talk about surviving 101 days on Survival Island. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let's start the video now without further delay. This was a stupid concept, I guess. I had no supplies or food on the first day I arrived on the Survival Island. I had to move swiftly because the game would be finished if night fell and I wasn't ready. I crafted as many tools as I could and hoped the tree would produce a seedling. Thank God it did too. 3 saplings were left behind, which I planted all across the island. Yes, I felt a little bad since they were just doing their own fishy thing as I fashioned a sword and went outside to kill as many fish as I could. But you know what? With no bed and sleep deprivation setting in, I searched all night on day 1 for more resources, such as coal and cobblestone. I mean, I just made some stairs to make going up and down the base a little bit easier. I couldn't really do much. I was restricted from being in the underground. I made a couple of doors and then sealed up my underground base. Now they were wooden and in. Hardcore survival zombies can break them, but it was better than nothing. I surrounded my cave with, say, a little cottage made of cobblestones. It wasn't much, but I was the only person on the island, so, you know, nobody is there to judge. I made the decision to add a few tiny tweaks here and there as well. Again, without a bed, I must now spend the second day's nighttime mining for further resources. I did discover some iron, which is fantastic, and I worked all night long in mine. Because there was nothing else I could do, I continued mining. On day 3, I came to the realization that I would be alone on this island by myself for a very long period. Because I needed additional food, I made the decision to do a little bit of work on my farm to produce more wheat. I then went ahead and smelted every ore from the previous night and fashioned a few iron implements. Again, everything was going fine. You guessed right. The 4th day's evening was spent mining more and mining more. On this island, there was nothing else I could do. I began to lose my mind. I had finally located some diamonds that would increase my chances of leaving this island. It's like looking at a dish of your preferred cuisine. The texture and fluids. Diamond is the best material. I was feeling a little better. I have to admit, 5. You know, there's food and a diamond in the inventory. Everything was going well. I expelled all my ores before going inside my strip mine to gather obsidian. I tried to mine all the obsidian I could. On day 5, I believe I'd be okay with 9 obsidian pieces. The 6th day was an odd one. This odd thing came to me and told me I had to travel to the end because a dragon was terrorizing the people there. So I concurred that I was taken care of for him, but all I really need is a little time and money. I would need to sharpen my fighting skills if I were to stop this dragon from killing everyone. In order to protect my islands from ghastly spiders and terrible drowned beings, I spent the 6 days night. I gave it my all. All this time, I feared for the turtle's life. There is no way that this drowned creature will kill off my soul pal. I reasoned. So I defended him with my shield. Attempted to throw. No. Oh, I'm so glad he's still alive. But after that, ghosts started attacking me. They were attacking me from all sides. Simply put, I had no idea what to do. I therefore went into my base for a brief moment to collect my thoughts. I went outside to try to slay the drowned thing, but I had no chance. The time was almost up, then they might have killed me. Just too dangerous, really. I made the choice to eat my meal and unwind for the remainder of the evening. That one was close. I needed to work on a more serious project with a solid foundation. Creepers often interrupted me as I was constructing. I was so near, but ghosts kept getting in the way. I was nearly done. What a jam-packed few days. Building my base while fighting enemies. Time to simply take a break, go fishing, and expand my farm. I was ecstatic about how far I'd gone in the previous few days. I remained in my main base for the remainder of day 10's evening, keeping an eye on my adversary's attempts to overpower me. They had no chance though. Day 11 had arrived, and I was collecting wood to box on my farm as much as I could. Just a hunk of earth sticking out from the island struck me as odd, so I enclosed it with a lot of fences and wooden planks. This continued through day 12. I used torches and stone slabs to marginally improve the farm's aesthetics. I simply harvested all of the wheat and planted more seeds than normal after that. Again, my adversaries were phantoms. I'm still experiencing back pain. After that, I mined as much as I could throughout the night, but I was unfortunate not to locate any diamonds. Unexpectedly, a troop of drowned monsters assaulted me during the evening of day 13. I only hoped that maybe someone would see the smoke and rush to my aid. They drowned with a trident and then made a comeback, but they were no match for me and my shield. What was an added pleasure was that the dolphins came and assisted me as well. This was just becoming incredibly difficult without a bed. After breeding my turtles together, I went back inside because I was unable to function outside at night. Just now, I was being besieged by phantoms in all directions. Everything was improving. I constructed a tiny enclosure for the turtles before deciding to level the entire area to create additional space. I then spent the following few days constructing a larger structure. I made the decision to furnish the house with workbenches, furnaces, and lamps once it was finished. Then, on the evening of day 25, I made the decision to leave because I desperately wanted a bed. I was tired of battling ghosts. I made a decision to construct a location exclusively for growing trees on day 26. I then required more string late at night. I required the cotton. I then went outside to confront the spiders. I was totally encircled. Ghosts, zombies, I needed that spider though. This string was essential, but it was so near. They all surrounded me, so I had to flee back to my base. My mission came close to being a success. It was time to grab the potions once I returned to the portal. Yes, it was good to be back in a place I knew, but I didn't want to get too at ease. I had to create those gold bars and get those potions right away. To take on that castle, I needed to return to the Nether. My hands were trembling. It might all end right here. The Nether brick was radiating heat. I carefully navigated my way to the fortress's periphery. I took extreme caution when navigating the maze-like hallways. I was looking for the birth of that blaze. I located it. The time had come. I collected all of the nether ward after putting out the fire rods, looted the chest, and killed the stepson. I had to go immediately. It was too dangerous. I thus made a fiery getaway. I escaped the gas's vengeance. We succeeded. I was finally at home, so I created some diamond boots, gave them protection level 3 enchantments, and created some brewing stands. It was now time to create a location where I could concoct potions. I started creating as many potions as I could after the brewing area was completed. The essential potion I needed at this point was cumbersome. Thank heavens I was able to take as much water from the fort as I could. I then created slow-falling potions using a phantom membrane. I could use this when I'm slaying the defeated dragon. Then I used redstone to make them longer and a lot of blazing powder to make them stronger. 2 brews. Wow, we've come really far. The time had come. Yes, as you suspected, the time had come to locate that stronghold. So I took my place and launched the Eye of Ender into the sky, having a full stomach and feeling well rested. It was time to go to the stronghold, as you would have predicted. Good luck to me. I won't deny that I was somewhat emotional. Leaving the island and seeing the mainland are both firsts. Finally, it was time to go to the very end and slay that Ender Dragon. I scoured the area for the stronghold for days. After several arduous days, I believe I have located the stronghold. I descended in search of that moss-covered brick, and I discovered it. Wow! I experienced extreme luck. I had precisely landed on the portal. What are the possibilities, for instance? I then used Ender's Eyes to fill in the portal, but I soon understood I lacked enough. I needed 15, but I only had 12. I then turned around and left. I hurriedly made my way to the brewing station, where I would later employ the remaining blazing powder. I felt anxious. The time had come. Wow, There were Endermen everywhere, and it was so dark. I swallowed my slowly disintegrating medicine as I watched the dragon flee. That's it, guys. These were the highlights of surviving 101 days on Survival Island. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Leave a like, share with your friends and families, and jot down your thoughts in the comments section below.